Alright, how's it going, guys? So, I picked up a new truck. 1995 GMC 1500K series with over 300,000 kilometers on it. When I bought this thing, it was running mint, and now it has minor struggles. Stay idling. Should fire up fine right now. It's been sitting for a couple days, so we'll see here. Holds oil pressure and everything perfectly fine. Anyways, so I've noticed there is not a ton of videos on how to diagnose the codes and all that.
95 GM vehicle. So this is a GM truck. So there's this connector here, which you'll use to read the codes. You'll want to take a paper clip or some other kind of metal jumper and stick it in between this one and this one. So there you go. Too bad this video isn't in 3D. Whoa. So the upper right ones you want to jump together like that. Get a pen and a piece of paper to write down the numbers that you're about to see. So when turn the ignition on, it's going to start flashing, and it'll flash like this. So watch this. Ready? 1, 1, 2. That means 12. So 12 means hey, hello. So 12, and then 1, 1, 2. So it'll flash it 3 times, and now it's going to give me the trouble code. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. So that's 13 is the trouble code.
The codes I got is code 32 and code 35. And I checked my evap. My evap works great. So I went ahead and determined that it is not my evap and is more likely to be my map sensor. And I also went and picked up a new air valve, whatever you call it, thingamajigger. But I won't be plugging it in right now. I'll show you why when we get to the engine bay. So here we are in the engine bay. I need to put an air filter back on her today. So your air intake valve, whatever you want to call it, is right here. And here's my plug for it. That's not how your plug is supposed to look. Seems like some of the stuff broke off inside of it. It's kind of hard to tell. But I have a new connector coming in. I'm going to put that in tomorrow. And yeah, right here is my map sensor. I know it's kind of dirty, but like, it's not a big deal. And then the other sensor that we're going to be changing out is the throttle position sensor, which is this little guy right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the air cleaner off, which is quite easy on this truck. Just spin the knob, take that stuff off, and then we'll unplug her. Careful with these wires, because like the pins on them do tend to break off, these little clips. And then for this, it is a Torx bit. I'm just gonna get the vacuum line for my EGR out of my way here. There we go. So we're gonna need Torx bits. So we'll go ahead and grab the ratchet kit and we'll pull her off. So the Torx bit I'm using is a Torx 20. There, now focus. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna pull these out gently. Obviously be careful pulling them out because they are fragile. The bricks hold the camera. And apparently, from what I've read, these things are spring-loaded, but I have yet to change one of these. I did the plugs the other day, and I changed some of the vacuum lines the other day, and that's pretty much all I've done so far. So she should just rotate back and off. So there's the old one there. Inside does look a little worn. It's not horrible though. So I'll go ahead, grab the new one, slap it on. It goes on the same way. Change out the mass sensor here, or the map sensor, and it's just held in by a few little clips on the bottom. So if you just give her a little yank, should come right off. There's going to be a vacuum line attached to the bottom of her. To pull the vacuum line off, make sure you don't break it. There we go. It's also a good connector to check on the back of your throttle body as well. Sometimes they do break off back there. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and pull this off. Usually there's a clip that goes over this, but this one doesn't have it for some reason. New map sensor looks almost identical. The only difference is this one has numbers on it and it's cleaner looking. Yeah, the inside of this one looks a little gunked up. That's not horrible, but we'll throw a new one in because this one's clearly not reading properly. And again, it's just push in and then grab the vacuum line. Make sure you stop it nice and snug. And then she just clips right back in place like that. And now to change the intake valve here. Oh, this one wasn't even tight. Sometimes they are tight. And so now if you look at the new one, it is a bit different than the old one. Spring's shorter and all that, but that's okay. It's a newer model, newer upgrade. So again, you're gonna want to be careful. This already has some anti-lock or anti-seize on it. So just want to go back a little bit and then crank her forward gently. You do not want to cross thread this stuff. That is a very bad idea. The last one was only finger tight, but I'm going to use a crescent wrench and just give her a tiny little snug push just to make sure she's actually tight in place. Last thing you're going to want is for this to slip off on you. It'll throw your AFRs and everything off on you. So let's give her about a quarter turn like that. It's nice and snug in there. I scuffed it a little bit, but it's not a big deal. And then we'll throw it back together, fire up again quickly, see if it makes a difference, and then I'm going to go change the fuel filter, but that's going to be too hard to film. So this is probably calling it close to the end of the video for today.